Bruce Sellery is going to drive his car into the ground. You
There's
said it
the
here.
quote.
But it's okay, you know, if the car works and you like the car, and some people aren't car people. I think that's a big thing. And
It's
you
a
pointed
big
out
thing.
in Moolah Law.
Yeah.
What do you really love? And what do you need to make you happy?
Yeah.
And then you go to Dr. Wayne Dyer and he said, money won't make you happy.
It won't.
It's not about that.
It won't. And I think the better we are at guiding our daily purchases by the things that are really going to make us happy and give us a life of peace and ease, is it boils down to those little transactions that people deal with.
Yeah, and less is more and less is freeing.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
It is freedom for a lot of people. Now, for the stuff people who love their stuff and love a house crammed with home sense, great. Fantastic. Just make sure that you're not spending buckets of money on travel or cars or whatever else it is, so you can buy the things in your physical environment that you like. That's okay.
Are you the one who talked to me about the walk away thing? You see it, you want it desperately, be it a purse or a pair of shoes or a nice tie.
I thought you were going to say a person.
No.
Purse.
A purse.
A purse.
Well, you don't have a purse, but you know what I mean.
I do. To walk away, and it's almost like going to the Senate, the somber
Go
house
home,
of second
sleep.
thought. Yes.
If in the morning
you
think, I have to have that, you can go back.
Yeah.
But often in the morning you think, I don't really need that purse. I have a purse.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful purse.
It's a great purse.
I don't need 4.
Drive that purse into the ground.
So back to the reality. Good investments, Euro crisis, instability, all of that.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care. I don't care about the Euro crisis. I don't care about the global financial crisis, because all of that is outside of our circle of control. We can't do anything about it.
Right.
We can't, except for maybe booking a holiday to Greece and getting a cheap villa on Mykonos. We can do something about that. But here's the thing. Many people spend too much time worrying about things that have absolutely not, they have no ability to control them. It's like the weather in southern Chile. Why would I worry about that? It's irrelevant to me. So what my point is, there is so much that's within our circle of control. How much we earn versus how much we spend, our management of credit card debt, our savings, education funds for our children, our retirement savings. All of those are absolutely within our control. And what I hear people do, they did this in the $1 Million Neighborhood, is they'll say, Bruce, I can't invest for my retirement because I'm too worried about Europe. Those two things have, it's like this table and the relationship to what the Queen had for lunch. They're not connected.
So savings is big on your agenda.
Yes.
I know 10%, 5%, something
Yes.
put away for your retirement. So many haven't.
Yes.
And the boomers are aging.
Yeah.
Can't afford to retire. So many people I know can't afford to retire. Retirement not on their radar.
And many
so
of
what
them
do
are,
you do if you're there?
If you're there, you make some pretty tough calls in the moment. So a lot of people talk about, I'm going to downsize one day. I'm going to, so in Vancouver, you've owned your home, you bought it for 100 grand, it's now worth 600 grand, and you say, I'm going to downsize someday. If you have no retirement savings, but you're living in an asset that is that valuable to you, you could sell it now.
Yes, you
move
could.
to a smaller community, move to a different community, move to a smaller home, and then you can take the difference in that money. So you sell your home for 600, you buy a new one for 400 in Chilliwack or wherever it is. That $200,000 can go into some place, an account that produces income to pay for your groceries when you're no longer drawing a paycheck. That's the disconnect that people make. They say, my retirement is my house. Well, who's paying for your groceries? Who's paying your property taxes? Who's paying for the stuff that you need to live a great life? Your retirement
is your house. Well, my retirement is my house too, but I have to sell the house.
You have to sell the house.
To retire on it.
Yeah.
And then I ask the big question, now should I just rent? Invest the money and just rent.
Great
and anyone
question.
who went through the Depression, not me, but my mother, she was terrified of renting.
Really? Why?
Terrified because she didn't own something. She didn't, it's a prairie thing.
Yeah,
You don't own a piece of the land.
Then you're not secure.
Exactly.
There's a lot of different things about that. I think the other thing that should go into the equation, which not to sound like the doomsday dude, is as we age, most people haven't factored in increased health costs or care costs. And if you look at what assisted living costs these days, it is the one thing that is rising in price faster than anything else. We think our Starbucks coffee cost more this year than last. Wait till you look at the numbers on assisted living. And if you're someone who, you know, you're 80, 85 and you need care, Where's the money for that?
Your rich children.
I hope.
Who you raised well.
I hope.
And promised that they would take care of you.
Who knows what my daughter's going to end up
I know.
doing?
Who knows what any of them will end up doing.
I'll just ask if she could please be rich.
Yes,
that would be very helpful.
But don't depend on it.
You can't depend on it.
No.
You can't depend on it.
And who wants their mother-in-law in the basement, really?
Yeah, though there was this family in $1 Million Neighborhood who had both mothers-in-law living. They bought a piece of property near Aldergrove, and they have this gorgeous, almost like a compound. So there's 2 other separate apartments, so they all live together on this property.
See,
it's
I
amazing.
love that. I'd do that in a minute. Have to check with the fam to see what they think. But the whole idea of lane house, little lane houses, things like that. So you have a tiny little spot. Less is more again. Really comfortable, close to people you love.
Yeah.
You fall down, they know.
Yeah.
Well,
and it could be a real money saver. So if you do that at 70 instead of 85, it could save significant amounts of money that you can then put into an account to pay for your groceries.
And you do have to eat.
You do.
That's a necessity.
It is a necessity.
I know even for you, but
I like to eat. I love to eat.
And you don't look forward to growing older if you have to pull back everything.
Yeah.
Like if you can't go out to eat and have some great moments and maybe have the odd wonderful trip. So
do you know
who
the
wants
number
to
one,
die poor?
no one wants to die poor. The number one reason why I save for retirement, and I'm not kidding here, the number one reason is I want to be able to go with my daughter, who's now 2. When I'm 75, I want to go and walk the Inca Trail with her.
How fabulous.
Where's that money coming from? So I make choices today that will allow me to have options in the future.
So that's back to your moolah la method.
Yeah.
I know, because you suggest we all make a plan.
Yeah.
Even if your daughter is 2
Yeah. I
or
love
4
a plan.
or 22. Make a plan, know where you're going,
Yeah.
what you're going to do with this wild and precious life.
Yeah. And some of it can be super simple. Our family has decided that when my husband turns 50, we're going to go on a safari with Abby. That's only 6 years from now. So he's set up a tax-free savings account with a monthly auto withdrawal that goes into that account so that when it's time to book the flights, there's no saving required. It's like $150 bucks or whatever. So that has 6 years to just build up. We don't really think about the $100 that leaves, but then when it's time to book those flights, it'll be there.
Okay, sounds like I can live with you if I.
Yeah, you totally can. We'll be in Africa, so you can have our place when we're gone.
I'm thinking, just hop in.
Yeah.
Okay, so next episode, $1 Million Neighborhood on OWN Network, 8 p.m. Sunday, March 18th.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, nice
Thank
to see
for
you
having
again,
me in.
Mr.
I
Moulala.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Back if you'll have me.
I will. Bruce Sellery, financial guy.